Hey beauty babes. So I'm gonna recreate this look that I did this past weekend. It's a Desi slash Indian cultural look. If you guys want to see how I did it, just stay tuned and keep watching. First, I'm priming my face with the Farsali 24 karat rose gold elixir and then Benefit Cosmetics Professionals primer. And of course, for foundation, I'm using my go-to MAC Studio Fix and NC42. I just love the coverage, it's amazing. I feel like there's no color correcting required with this foundation. Using Tarte Shape Tape and medium sand to conceal and highlight. Using my foundation brush, what I'm doing is I'm going to start bouncing it into my skin. I'm not going to wipe it off. I'm like tapping it in and pushing it into my skin so it gives you more of a better coverage. I like the shade in Fenty Beauty's Contour Stick in Mocha because I feel like it's not too dull of a gray for my skin. It gives it a nice shadow effect without it looking too gray or without it being too orange, if that makes sense. Going in with my Sigma small contour brush in F05, I'm just buffering out the contour that I just placed. It looks like it takes a lot of time to buff out, but it really doesn't. And I do love the size of this brush because I feel like I get the best control of it. So this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo Compact is my favorite thing to use because the color is so perfect to bronze out my contour and the highlight, oh my god, the way it picks up the light, I love it. But I can't seem to find it anymore in Sephora. I'm using Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder to set my under eye and carve out my contour. Look at my little bunny hopping around in the back. I prefer to keep my translucent powder under my eye and basically bake with it because after I'm done or while I'm doing my eye look, if I have any fallouts, all I have to do is basically brush it off. For my brows, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown. To start off, what I do is I outline my shape at the bottom of my brow and then I just start slowly darkening it from like the ends of the brow, moving into the front of the brow. And then slowly I start feathering it up as I get closer to the front of the brow. This palette has such great colors, especially for carnival looks. Well, what I'm doing now is going in with the bright magenta shade and using my Sigma tapered blending brush in E35. I'm just blending out that color on my crease. Yeah, it does involve a lot of blending, but I'm trying to get such a pigmented look, so I'm just adding more and more color on until I get like the preferred perfect magenta shade. Using the Magic by Juvia's palette, I'm going in with the red and I'm using my Morphe M330 brush and I'm picking up that red shade and I'm going into my crease and I'm packing it in there and blending it out so it creates more of a darker transition shade between the magenta and the red. I have a lot of red burgundy hue palette shades, and I didn't even think I had that much until I did this look. But what I'm doing with the mauve palette from the Beauty, I'm going in and I'm just darkening in the corners of my lid to create more of a halo look. Look, guys, I know my palette has gone through a lot. It's honestly one of my favorites. Don't judge me, but it does still have a great amount of Noor in it, and I do use it for a lot of my looks. So, yeah, if one of you guys can find that palette for me, please let me know. I'll gladly buy it again. But I'm going in with Noor, and I'm darkening what I previously did with the Huda Beauty palette. So I'm giving it more of a 3D dimension. And I'm bringing it up to my crease, if you can see. Darkening it out to make it look like it's deeper than it is. I'm going back in with the magenta shade, the first color and the first brush I used to create that transition shade I first had. So this brush I actually got in my BoxyCharm. It's called Alamar. It doesn't have a number or anything on it, but I just added my Shape Tape Concealer. I added it to the middle of my eye, and then I looked up and basically created where I'm supposed to place my cut crease. Once you have that guideline for your concealer, what you're going to do is start patting it on to create the shape in the center of your eye. So it gives you that halo effect. You could already see that you're already getting that effect with just a concealer. I know I look super crazy just blinking up like that, but it does really help create that guideline. I promise you guys, give it a try. The highlighters in this palette are so pigmented. I love it for shadows. It's amazing. I didn't even think I would like it this much, but I really do. I wish I gave it a try sooner. But I'm going in with the gold, and I'm taking that same brush and I'm just placing it where I placed my concealer. With all the previous colors I used before, I'm going back in with a fluffier brush and I'm just packing it on the gold just a little bit so it creates more of a halo shape on the eye. And then the color is going to show through a lot more through the gold, so it looks really nice. And again, with the Huda palette, the colors I used previously, I'm going under my eye and smoking that out. I did show two options for gold glitter. I used my Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy, and what I did was I started by creating the crease with the gold glitter and then sparingly brought down what was left on the brush with the gold glitter onto my lids to give it that pop. You don't have to do this, but I just loved it the way it looked, especially for an Indian, event. There goes hubby. So what I'm doing now is brushing off all the excess loose powder with a fluffy brush. To apply blush, I use my Sigma Duo Fire Powder slash Blush Brush in F15, and I'm using MAC's Blush and Fever. Of course, I had to use this gold for highlighter too, so I'm going back in with Jeffree Star's palette using my Sigma Tapered Highlighter Brush in F35, and I'm placing the highlighter where the sun would naturally hit the points of my skin. Aside from Inglot's black gel liner in 77, I do love my NYX skinny liner. It's amazing. It's so easy to use, easy to handle. Yes, Aria, especially with this little one, I feel like I get the look done faster and the wing on point. So I actually went into my Pretty Vulgar gel liner and I dipped the tip of this eyeliner inside and I just started to do my wing. And it just goes on so smoothly with it. That's just one of my quick beauty hacks, you know, a little mom thing. It saves time and it works perfect. Lash Paradise is such a great drugstore mascara. I did use falsies for this look. I used Cocoa Lashes in the style Aria. I just wasn't able to film me applying them. This duo is MAC, Lip Pencil and Whirl, and Dose of Colors Truffle. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just let me know if you guys have any questions or comments, you know, just DM me or just leave it down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.